Guys, today we're going to be talking about some Star Wars Funko Pops that I think you guys should pick up before it's too late. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be breaking down my top picks for some Star Wars Funko Pops that I think you guys should buy now rather than later, before the hype train takes off with Mandalorian Season 3, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Funko Pops going up in value. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We would love to have you join our Slapshotpops family. So without further ado, let's jump into my list. So coming in at number 1 is a pop that I think a lot of people have forgotten about, and it has dipped a little bit in value, which could make it the perfect time to pick it up. And the one that I'm actually talking about for number 1 on today's list is the Death Watch Mandalorian, but not just any Death Watch Mandalorian. This is the no stripes version of the Death Watch Mandalorian, which was, of course, a GameStop exclusive and came in that exclusive t-shirt bundle. Now, the Death Watch play a very important role, of course, in the Clone Wars, as well as a little bit in Rebels, and then we also saw them in live action form for the very first time at the end of Mandalorian Season 1, where we actually learned that the Death Watch were responsible for rescuing Din Djarin, who is, of course, the Mandalorian himself. Now, this pop currently goes for about $47. At one point, it was trending for as high as $70, so now could be a good time to pick it up. They've made 2 other versions of Death Watch Mandalorians, that of course being the other one with 2 stripes. Really no difference with the exception of those stripes between the no stripes version and the 2 stripes version. And then they also came out with this super cool jetpack action pose Death Watch Mandalorian recently in the Black Friday GameStop Mandalorian mystery boxes. I have a feeling this one could see a spike in value just because you could only get this one if you picked up that exclusive t-shirt bundle. So continuing with some Mandalorian magic here, the next character that we're going to be discussing made an appearance for the first time in live action form in The Mandalorian Season 2. We know she is going to have a big role in The Mandalorian Season 3 as she desperately wants that dark saber back. And the character that I'm of course referring to is none other than Bo-Katan Kryze. And the pop that I think you guys should go pick up, because it is blowing my mind at how cheap this one is right now, is the unmasked Chase version of Bo-Katan. Now, this one is fantastic in my opinion. I think it is a better representation of what the character looks like on the big screen, and I really think this is just a great Chase pop. They usually do it backwards. They usually have the masked version of a Funko Pop, or the pop itself with some sort of face covering or helmet or something like that is the Chase, and then the common is the unmasked or unhelmeted version. They actually did it reverse. And the reason I think you guys should go get this one, because of Bo-Katan being such a prominent character in The Mandalorian Season 3, is the fact that this pop is only $25. That's it. That is extremely cheap for a Chase Funko Pop. And it actually was even lower as of a few months ago. You can get this for about 20 bucks. It is going up ever so slightly, and I could definitely see it going even, up even further in value because of Bo-Katan in Season 3. And there just isn't that many Bo-Katan Funko Pops. This is the only one where you can actually see her face. And overall, if you guys are Star Wars collectors, then you know there's just not that many Star Wars Chase Funko Pops. So the next pop that I think you guys should go out and grab is one that I think is going to be a huge sleeper, but people in a few months are going to be scrambling to find this one. And the pop that I'm actually talking about is the Mandalorian Super Commando, which was a Funko Shop exclusive that released in January of 2021. Now, this one actually has the Clone Wars style box, and I think it looks really, really good. The Super Commando Mandalorian here has a little bit of red on its mask as well as on its armor, and I think overall it's just a really cool, unique pop that really dropped for no reason. It really had no connection or no tie to anything going on in pop culture at the time, But nonetheless, I think it's a great pickup. Currently, it's trending for only $34. And if you guys saw the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer, you will have spotted several dozen Mandalorians throughout all of those action sequences. We know that Din is going back to Mandalore. We know that he's going to encounter other Mandalorian clans. We did see very briefly a quick shot of what appeared to be Death Watch Mandalorians jumping out of some kind of starship or hovercraft or whatever that was. And I really think a lot of people are going to be going after all of the Mandalorian variant pops. And I think this one is a prime candidate that you should get, because I could easily see this one going up to about $50 or $60. So the next pop that I think you guys should go out and grab is a little bit more on the higher end of today's video when we're talking about prices. It is actually over $100, which I know could put a lot of people already outside of their budget for what they normally spend on Funko Pops. However, I think this one is going to go to the moon in terms of value. And even though it's not as limited as some other Freddy Funkos, if you guys have been paying attention to some other popular characters like Spider-Man, for instance, then you will know that that one is already worth several $100s. And I think the same thing is going to happen to Freddy Funko as the Mandalorian. It is limited to 4,000 pieces. It came out last year for San Diego Comic-Con, and I think they overall just nailed this design. They actually put Freddy's head basically on the original Mandalorian Funko Pop. It's got his OG armor and everything, so no Beskar or anything, and it's currently valued at $130. Now, $130, like I said, might be a lot for most collectors. However, this one was worth quite a bit when it first hit the market, and it has come down significantly. However, I think this one is going to be easy a $200 to $250 pop at the peak of hype for the show. And because it is a limited piece, because it's Star Wars and it's Freddy, it might just be one of those pops that goes up and then just doesn't come back down. So if this one is on your wish list, now is definitely the time to pull the trigger. And now we couldn't be talking about which Star Wars pops that I think you guys should buy without actually naming a physical Mandalorian Din Djarin pop. And the one that I think you guys should go out and grab is the Mandalorian with the Darksaber. And this one actually happens to also glow in the dark. Now, the glow is okay. It's not the best glow that I've ever seen on a Funko Pop. However, it is the only version so far where they actually have Din Djarin wielding the Darksaber. Now, if you guys saw the Book of Boba Fett, there was that one episode where it was pretty much all about Din Djarin, and we saw him, you know, going through some trials and trying to figure out exactly how to use the Darksaber. This pop is currently trending for about $37, which is pretty reasonable, but I think it is going to go up and easily it could become a $50 to $60 Funko Pop. As we move into Season 3, we know Din is going to continue to have the Darksaber for at least the first episode. We don't know what's going to happen, of course. Somebody could, of course, take it from him and then, you know, go on their way and he could go on his separate journey. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Darksaber is going to be a main point of contention for the overall plotline of Season 3. And will we see Din lead some other clans of Mandalorians, maybe against Bo-Katan and her clans of Mandalorians as he wields the Darksaber? Who knows? All I know is I cannot wait for Mandalorian Season 3, and that's why I had to suggest so many Mandalorian variants in Funko Pop form for you guys to grab. So now we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to talk about a pop that is not a Mandalorian. It's not all about the Mandalorian, you know. However, there is another Funko Pop that I think you guys should go out and grab, and it's actually the character that Din Djarin took the Darksaber from, and that's right, I'm talking about the villain of Seasons 1 and 2, that of course being Moff Gideon, played by the great Giancarlo Esposito. Now, they've actually only made one pop of Moff Gideon. It was a Target exclusive, and this one once again actually happens to glow in the dark, and this only came in that exclusive t-shirt bundle, so you could not buy this Funko Pop by itself. Now once again, just like the previous pop, this pop overall doesn't really have a great glow, but you're not really buying this pop for the glow itself. You're buying this pop because you want to get Moff Gideon in your collection, because that's right, this is the only Funko Pop that they've made so far of Moff Gideon. Now, that of course could change, but at the moment, that is where we stand in the Funko Pop world. And believe it or not, this one is trending for only $19. And at one point, it was going for about $40, but has since depreciated by about 50%. So I think it is a great one to grab. Who knows if they're going to make another pop, but the overall reason why I think you guys should go out and grab this one is because I don't think that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are done with Moff Gideon's character, even though he kind of folded at the seams at the end of Mandalorian Season 2. I think there's still more to his story. Could he be working for Grand Admiral Thrawn? Who knows? I think that's a very strong possibility, and I don't think he's done. I think he wants revenge, and I think he's going to be in Season 3 at least a little bit. So we'll see about Moff Gideon, but I definitely think you guys should grab this pop. Alright guys, so we got 2 Funko Pops left on our list. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to smash that like button, and if you're a massive Star Wars fan and enthusiast like myself, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, so for the next pop, this is another critical one that I think is severely undervalued at the moment. This one, of course, being another fantastic character that was introduced into the Star Wars universe recently, and I'm talking about Cobb Vanth. How awesome was it seeing Cobb Vanth in The Mandalorian Season 2, and then, of course, we got to see him again in the Book of Boba Fett. Now, they've only made one Funko Pop of Cobb Vanth, and that one, of course, came with a common version and a chase version. The chase version being him unmasked, and I think that's the one that you guys should go out and grab. It looks fantastic. You, of course, get to see Timothy Olyphant's amazing hair in the Funko Pop, and I think that's awesome. Once again, just like Bo-Katan, this is a very cheap chase. There really isn't that many chase Funko Pops when it comes to Star Wars, and you can get this one for only 25 bucks. I think this one just looks immensely better than the common version, and once again, like some of the other characters that we've discussed today, I don't think that we've seen the last of Cobb Vanth. Of course, at the end of the Book of Boba Fett, he was shot in the shoulder by Cad Bane, and we did see him, a little piece of him at the end there, where he was actually in the bacta tank. So I really think that we're not done with Cobb Vanth. Could we be seeing him in The Mandalorian Season 3, possibly alongside Din Djarin with his own armor? I don't know, guys, but in the meantime, I think this is a steal of a deal for this chase pop. And for the last Star Wars Funko Pop that I think you guys should go out and grab is a character that we've only seen in animated form. However, I have a hunch that she is going to be coming into the live-action Disney Plus universe at some point in the near future. And the character that I'm actually talking about is Omega from The Bad Batch. Now, like I said, they've only made one Funko Pop of her so far. It is a Target exclusive, and it is very reasonably priced. You can get this one for only $25. And if you're a big Bad Batch fan like me, and if you happen to be enjoying Season 2 as much as I am, then you definitely have to get Omega in your collection. Like I said, we've only seen her in animated form so far, but I really think they're going to be bringing her into the live-action universe at some point. Omega, of course, is now moving into her teenage years in Season 2, so I'd love it for Funko to give us an updated Funko Pop of her, maybe of her with her signature weapon and the helmet that she's been wearing in Season 2, but who knows what Funko's going to come out with these days. But nonetheless, if you need Omega for your collection, like I said, she's very reasonably priced, and you gotta get her to go alongside the other members of the Bad Batch. But guys, that's gonna do it for all of the Star Wars Funko Pops that I think you guys should go out and grab for your collection. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Are there any other Star Wars Funko Pops that you think are gonna be going up in price due to The Mandalorian or Bad Batch or the Ahsoka series coming up? I wanna hear everybody's thoughts down in the comments section below. And of course, because today is Monday, it is time for our weekly Monday motivation segment. Every single Monday, we like to bring you guys a little piece of Monday motivation to help jumpstart your week and get you through the toughest day of the week, which is, of course, Monday. And today's Monday motivation is be patient, especially if you're a Star Wars collector like myself. We had Funko Fair last week where Funko actually revealed that they're going to be coming out with a lot of original trilogy pops. And I have a feeling that's, of course, because we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi this year. Now, there are a lot of people out there like me who grew up on the Clone Wars and want to see more prequel era Funko Pops and sodas. And I want to just stress to everybody, be patient. I think they're coming. I think right now they are just pushing out all the characters that people already know and love, and they know that they're going to be able to sell those pops very easily. Everybody knows Luke Skywalker. Everybody knows Princess Leia, Han Solo. Those are all layups when it comes to collectibles. However, Funko has also revealed another Funko Pop that I think is easily the best Funko Pop to date of 2023 that's been announced so far, and that is, of course, the General Obi-Wan Kenobi in Mandalorian armor. I cannot wait to get that pop. It is, of course, from the Clone Wars line, and I'm really hopeful that we're going to get more Clone Wars and prequel era pops. There are so many other clone troopers I'd love to add to my collection, but like I'm telling you guys, I got to do the same thing, and I just got to be patient because I truly believe that they are coming. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. No auction tonight because I'm actually away, and we had our auction this past Friday night, so we will not be on Whatnot this evening, but we truly appreciate everybody's support. You guys are the best. May the Force be with you, and as always, don't stop shooting until you score.